Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Nina. Today we're going to be talking about my January reading wrap up. I read 4 books. Some of these books were in 5 books that I wanted to read before the year ends. Obviously, it didn't happen before the year ended, but here we are. I'll play you guys some clips of the first book, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I did have thoughts about this, so I'm going to insert some clips and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. Currently on chapter 5, we have met Story, which is pretty much the main character, and she's with her sister Taryn, and she ends up going to her great aunt. Actually, her great aunt was making cookies one day, ended up popping her hip, so now she needs extra help. So they had like a family emergency thing, and now Story and her sister are in the town now living with the great aunt so that they can take care of her and stuff. And we also met Cole and his best friend. I forgot his best friend's name, but anyways, Cole is their neighbor. When they were younger, Tori and Story always visited their aunt, so they grew up with Cole. There hasn't been a lot of talk about them fully growing up together. I think they knew of each other and they talked here and there, but I don't think they were like best friends or anything. It's giving a little bit of like, when I think about it, I think of like Gilmore Girls, which is so odd, but it kind of reminds me of that. But anyways, right now they're preparing for the Christmas Kringle contest, so it's pretty much a contest with a whole bunch of festive games and challenges that they have to complete to be crowned the Christmas Kringles. I'm like interested in what's going on and like interested to see how it's playing out, but I'm not obsessed. I still have like about an hour left. I'm just so upset right now because in the book where we're at right now, first of all, Taryn's boyfriend is named Guy, okay? Guy. The ficus that Story has a name. I forgot his name. Is it Max, Mark, Alex, something like that? Has a name. Taryn's boyfriend is named Guy. Hello? And now there's been sabotage with, spoiler, sorry. Now there's been sabotage, okay? Because Taryn took down the lights of Cole's house, which is part of the competition to have a pretty light display, okay? My issue, not even understanding that it wasn't even Story, not even assuming it was anybody else, trying to figure out maybe it wasn't her, whatever. Goes up to her, starts like, you know, I can't believe you did this. She's even telling him, I have literally no idea what you're talking about. And he's literally yelling, he's getting upset. I never want to see you, blah, 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 whatever. Excuse me? Excuse me? And then Taryn has the audacity to go to Cole's house and take all that stuff down while she finds out that her sister is seeing the guy and that she seems happy with him. You're gonna do that to him for a competition? The stupid freaking competition. Oh my god, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. It's pissing me off. Welcome back. So my feelings about the book still stand with what I had said before. I really wanted to love this book, and because this was my first full-on Christmas book, I was just so excited to get into that magical feeling, to just see the characters, see the love story, see all of that stuff. I hate to say it because I started the year off with this book. I hated it. Okay, I think I rated it 2 stars if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. We're gonna see. Yeah, I rated it 2 stars. I very much did not like it. There was a lot of points in the book where I just wanted to strangle everybody. And and when I mean everybody, I mean everybody. Like everybody gave me a reason to not like them for at least one thing, which is insane to say. If I'm not mistaken, which I could be wrong because obviously it's been a while, I believe there was parts of it where I was really enjoying, and the theme of Christmas obviously is amazing. It really wasn't what I expected, and I just did not enjoy it. I'm getting mad thinking about this book. I have no other words than to say that I just did not like this book. Okay. I would give the author another chance because there are times where I read from an author and I'm like, I did not like this book, but then I read another of their books and I'm like, okay, you know what? I actually like that one. So I'm big on giving the authors another chance. So I would read another of her books. Don't get me wrong. I do talk about my books to my boyfriend because he needs to know and I need to let it out somewhere. But this was one of those books that he heard me talk about it. You won't see a February TBR from me because basically all the books that I didn't read in January are just gonna roll over until February. So there's no point for me to make a video about it if I already have one posted. Moving on to the next book, I read Divine Rivals. This one and Ruthless Vows, I read it, but I mostly listened to it with my audiobooks. I thought that it was interesting. Like I liked the whole story and everything, but I feel like because the last book kind of pissed me off, I wasn't really in like a good space, especially when it comes to like going into, like a fantasy world, because then I didn't really care about what was really going on. I didn't feel like too connected to the characters. Like I did feel interested in the story and I was like, oh, this is nice, but it wasn't like a, oh wow, I'm obsessed with this book, like I want to read it any chance that I get. So that part was kind of sad. That is also how I felt about Ruthless Vows, which was kind of sad because these books were sitting on my shelf for such a long period of time. And the one reason that I didn't want to pick them up was because I was really scared that I just had such high expectations for it and it just wasn't really gonna meet. When I read Heartless Hunter and Rebel Witch, I wasn't like fully obsessed, but it had me kicking my feet, giggling, really like, okay, I need to know what's going on. And like, I was like feeling my feelings. I wasn't really feeling my feelings here. Both of them have a 3-star rating in my eyes. I can't give it more than that because time has passed and I'm still okay. Like, I don't feel anything crazy towards these books. Like I mentioned, I probably wasn't really in the headspace to read these books, so that's probably why the rating got dropped a little bit more, but I just still can't rate it higher than a 3. This video is going to be really short because there's only 4 books to cover and I don't really have much to yap about with these specific books. The last book that we're going to talk about is Fake Skating. You remember how I said that sometimes you read an author, you don't really like it too much, how you should give the author another chance? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So the book that I read, or the book that I listened to was Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. Now, I had read Better Than the Movies and Nothing Like the Movies. I wasn't the biggest fan of that book, okay? Wes was the only like part that I liked. Liz, again, that character pissed me off, annoyed me. The lying, she was so naive. I was not a fan of that book, like at all. Better Than the Movies is the first one. Okay. In that one, I absolutely hated Liz. Again, I liked Wes. And then in the second book, everybody said the second book was better than the first book. To a certain extent, I can understand, yes, but not really, no. That book pissed me off for a whole other thing, but also Liz still pissed me off. I was not the biggest fan of that. So I was kind of scared to go into another of Lynn Painter's books just because I didn't want to hate a character again, because I've already felt that. I already dealt with that too much, so I didn't want it. This book though, Fake Skating, I rated a 4-star, which is good and crazy to me because you can see that I haven't been rating the book so highly, right? Now we have a 4-star. Now a 4-star makes me really happy. 4-star for that book was pretty much because I thought it was just such a cute book. It was very easy to follow, very simple, just overall very cute. Like I really loved the story. I laughed a lot. The grandpa in there was hilarious. Family dynamic in there was amazing. I loved the relationships, the friendships. Like I really loved that part of it, but I love the characters. Like I really enjoyed that book, and it was just so easy to listen to and easy to follow. And I love books like that. I love a book that can make me laugh, smile, just make me happy, but also be like, oh, this is so cute. Like I love books like that because sometimes they overdo it and I'm like, this is way too much, or they go too crazy. So I think overall I really liked it. There was just one part about it that I was like not the biggest fan of, but the way that it was put and explained, and I think the situation of it like made it a little bit better, but overall not my favorite. So that's what gave it the 4-star. But I felt really good reading it and I felt really good at the end of it. Like I just really enjoyed the book. If you want like a cute little fluffy book just for like a filler book, or you just want something cute, I would definitely recommend that book. I thought it was really cute. But that's it. Those are all the books that I read for the month of January. Hopefully for February, I'm able to read a little bit more, or at least have more to talk about. So I'm going to make sure that I write more notes on the books that I'm reading. I'm just really bad. Like I read them and like half of what I read I don't remember it. I just remember I hated it or I loved it. But I want to go more into details with you guys. Like you get it, you read it and then like that's it, it's gone. Story has been read. And then your brain is just like, yeah, I read that book. I don't know what it was about, but I read it. Right? I hope so. If you have any book recommendations, please let me know down below. And I hope that you guys have a great day and I'll see you next time.